Good morning, children. Welcome to another story time. I know you're all engrossed in Jamaica Library Services virtual services, but it's story time now, so you can do that later.
I'm sorry, sir. We were preoccupied with the rich content of the Jamaica Library Service virtual services. What do you know, say there?
Well, Mark, now that I have all your attention, gather around, gather around. There's space right here, and there's another space right there. Remember, not too close now. COVID rules still apply. Alright?
Yes, sir.
We recently celebrated our emancipation on August 1st and will be celebrating our independence on August 6th. Now, with that in mind, our story hour will take a different format. We are going to go on a journey with our ancestors, where you will be helping me to tell the story.
So, how that work?
Yeah. You are going to tell the story or us?
Well, we all will be learning from each other, so we all will be telling the story. Anyone can tell me who are our ancestors?
Sir!
Remember, we are still at the library. Nicole?
Sir, the people them were dead long time ago, sir?
Yes.
Sir, Asian people are sent as officers?
Yes.
Sir, the African sir.
Yes. Guess what? You are all right. Our ancestors are persons who we are descendants of who lived in the past. Now, usually, our ancestors go way back, further than our grandparents. Our ancestors did not only come from Africa, they came from China, from India, and even the Taínos, the original occupants of Jamaica. They are our ancestors.
But we know that already. Teacher teach me that, and just the other day I do a project at the library on it.
Well, that's good to know, Mark. Sean. 9 out of every 10 Jamaicans can trace their lineage back to Africa. Africa is present everywhere. It's in our customs, our cults, our modes of expression. All of this can be traced back to the savannas, the mountains and the plains of the continent of Africa.
Sir, but the British them did there too, sir.
Sure.
They did there the church, the great oaths, the laws, and even the government and the language.
That's right. Chip chop cheerio.
Guess what? The Taínos are here too. They are in our hammocks, our tobacco, and our cassava.
Sir, the Chinese and the Indians are here too. They love my curry chicken and roast.
That no nice like chicken chop suey, chow mein, and shrimp with fried rice.
Alex, you love your belly too much.
Well, children, our journey begins along the western coast of Africa, where our ancestors were kings and queens.
Let me go and clean up before them people here come. But Tan, you know it's enough thing them talk about me though. But let me tell you about Philip side of the story. Sit down, little. Me never did born here. Me come from the Gold Coast, way down in West Africa. You know me attack? Yes, the same place they now call Ghana. I down there for me neighbor drink did cut. Me born in the Ashanti tribe. They say I did in the 1600s me did born. For your great-great-granny never did born yet. You see, for me people, the Ashanti people, are bad people them. Fiercer than them you can't find. Me did grow up with for me brothers them, Kojo and Kwa. And them did teach me how to fight. One thing my people them did believe in was if we go forward we dead. If we go backward we dead. So better we go forward and dead. And enough people did get captured from my village, you know. Yes, then take them and sell them to the man them in a red and white. Then take them and turn them in a slave. Some of them you know see again. Then chain them up and force them under the bottom of the ship. Some of them dead from starvation. Then dead from white man diseases. Enough of them then dash over the ship. And some of them just give up hope and kill themselves. It pain me heart. You know, say I did nice 1700s when me reach a Jamaica door. Yes, me here send enough of the slaves, them take foot walk in at the mountain. You see, for me and my brother Kojo and Uncle, we decide so we not go make them catch we, cause they not turn we in a slave. Me, it's killing a guerrilla warfare. Me they have to teach me people them how to fight for their freedom. Yes, and me teach them how to turn shadow in the dark. And me teach them to hide themselves between the bushes. And me teach them how to become the tree. You know, say, a whole heap of fight to win though. Yes, the warfare make enough of my people them have their freedom today. You know, say, a whole heap of other things they talk about me though. They say me used to catch bullets in a, and how me used to walk up here. But today, I stand in many of my people's hearts as a legend, as a queen, as a national heroine.
How are you?
I am Nanny of the Maroons.
Oh, are you a Nanny?
Yes, and me call all of the ancestral heroes.
Well, I'm Samuel Sharp,
Oh, welcome, Mr. Sharp.
a Baptist minister, and me lead the people them in the 1831 rebellion in St. James. You know, I think my late, that's why me a run so hard, you know. But wait, I mean you alone a fight for freedom?
Hold on. Come, Paul. See, George. You know, come, man. Hold on there. No. No sanitize on your hand. Remember the social distance thing? Yeah, man.
Sanitization in the afterlife.
Yes, man. You better believe it. COVID there too.
Why?
Yes, sit down right there so far.
These things never
George,
used to
yes,
happen
over
in my
there.
day, you know.
During my time, all the time me get around, and when me have religious meeting, and me carry all of my people them together, we fight for freedom, cause we tired of the injustice. But wait, how are you?
My name George, William God. Pon your $10, you will see me face fasten. Time did tough, but you never see me soften. Me take me bravery and courage straight to the coffin. Check it, my mother was a slave and my father was Scottish. Teach myself how to read and write, my life did that me switch. Me did have to make a change cause the clock it did a tick. Till me end up with my businesses and in the politics. Move to St. Thomas, see me people I suffer. Have a talk with Governor Air and him throw me in the gutter. So me turn parish vestry just to clean up the clutter. When me speak to my people, me never stutter. Here never want me put them plans to one end. So them send me a coat and kill a leap of black men. Them never like the fact that me and Bogle was friends. So them treat me like the clothes and put me on the line to hang. Tell them no Bogle.
I am Paul Bogle, deacon, farmer, and business owner. I am the leader responsible for the Morant Bay Rebellion against the atrocities of the poor and the sufferings of the people in my day.
Sufferings?
Yes, suffering. Picture this. Slavery had ended in 1834. The planters who had not left for England and sold their plantation remained here and paid us little or no money. Not only that, in the 1850s, cholera and smallpox devastated the country. Put on top of that, there was a drought that totally wiped out all our cash crops. So Britain, in an effort to fix the issue, sent Edward here as governor of Jamaica. Listen. The first thing that the man said was that the black people who were suffering were lazy. That man was crosses, pan top of crosses, pan top of crosses. Him set the police pound with like pigs. Listen, they arrested us for little or nothing. And the court system was totally against us. For the petty crimes, they gave us sentences that were unrealistic and for petty things. So I decided that I was going to do something. So I formed a committee and we decided that I and my secretary would walk to Governor Ear to tell him about the atrocities and the sufferings of the people. Now, we walked 45 miles from Stony Gut to Spanish Town to only hear that the man had no time for us. Can you imagine walking back 45 miles with no message for the people? Listen, before I said anything to the committee, I consulted with my mentor and the man responsible for me becoming a deacon, George William Garvey, right? He said to me, I should write to Britain. But listen to me, writing time done. Me and hundreds of our supporters marched on to Morant Bay. We were provoked by the customers who used the soldiers to provoke us. And we retaliated. And so, the courthouse get burnt down and they ended up killing about 580 people in that period. But remember, the Morant Bay Rebellion lasted from October 11 to 24. So the 580 people died, 600 were flogged, yes, and over 1,000 houses were destroyed. And of course, I was hung on October 24. But I did not die in vain. Governor here had to travel to England to answer to charges against those atrocities. And I bet you didn't know it. Charles Dickens, famous author and children's writer, he was one of the persons who defended Governor here. Yes. But can you imagine, when I hear about this meeting of the heroes and the ancestors, that it was being called by a Maroon. The same Maroon that caused me to be captured.
What? My people them?
Yes, the Moortown Maroons.
My people cause your freedom. Hold on there. You know, sir, the one them we go join up with Kojo down so door.
If it wasn't for this man, I wouldn't be here. Your people are the one.
Hold on, let me interject. A people without knowledge of their past, origin, and culture is like a tree without root.
Who is this man? Who is this?
How this? How the man here?
What do you mean?
Look at it this way. Nanny has the history, culture, and the roots, and you, as the people, you don't know where you're coming from. Yes. I am Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I was born in the beautiful St. Anne's Bay. I started working at age 14 as a publisher's assistant. Then I became involved in trade union, some work, you know, people's union.
Yes.
Yes, and I moved on to USA, where I noticed a lot of things there that I didn't like. Black people were at the lowest social strata, at the bottom. And it's not here alone, black Africans. Yes, they were at the bottom all over the world, lesser than a man. And I didn't like that. I went and did some studies in Birkbeck in 1912. Yes, and I decided to be an activist for Black Pride. I wanted to empower the black men and women, the black people. I decided, well, some people say, I'm a controversial leader because they didn't like my methods. But I didn't want to sit back and let them walk all over the black people. I had to make my back be broad. Yes. I did some work. I even started the Black Star Line.
What's that?
It's a shipping service for black people.
What?
To bring our brothers and sisters to Africa.
Back to Africa.
Yes. I went into media. I put some work. I put in a lot of work and I formed the UNIA.
Yes, man.
And we did a lot of work. It wasn't easy, but we did it.
Yes.
And I decided to go back to the motherland, to Africa.
Yes.
I didn't like how they were too easy with them, but I decided to take over.
Yes.
Take right over, man.
Well, it never worked out in my favor.
What happened?
They put me in prison.
Yes. They put me in a prison too. Sir Alexander Bustamante.
Talk to him.
What them say? Journey of the ancestors. Sir Alexander Bustamante. Alright. Alexander Bustamante, me tell about a Monday. One a Jamaican 6 hero, the man they work hard in the play zero. We founded the BITU, live a life of service for me and you. Then he founded the JLT show, a movement began in 1943. He never compromised him, work so hard for them people, them were suffering, no food in the yard. If you want to know a real champion, check out the life story on this man, Alexander Bustamante, me tell about a Monday, one a Jamaican 6 hero, the man they work hard, him go play zero. Alexander Bustamante, me tell about a Monday, one a Jamaican 6 hero, the man they work hard, him go play zero. Me think him deserving, and a Jamaica alone him serving. Yeah, was a policeman over Cuba, a dietitian in America. This is just a little history upon a man. Me could write everything in a one song. Whenever you're short or you're tall, you're weak or you're strong. Me want to hear the whole world I sing this song. Alexander Bustamante, me tell about a Monday. When a Jamaican 6 hero, the man they work hard him no play. Rough in my cousin, Alexander Bustamante. Me tell about a Monday. When a Jamaican 6 hero, the man they work hard him no play zero. Bustamante. Buster. Yeah.
Buster.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings,
Norman.
Norman Washington Manley. I was born in Manchester. I was a brilliant scholar and athlete, soldier and lawyer. I found the People's National Party and was elected as its president annually until my retirement. I was also instrumental in giving all Jamaicans the right to vote. I was a strong advocate of the Federation of the West Indies. One of my greatest accomplishments was when I chaired the committee with great distinction, then led the team to negotiate the island's independence from Britain.
Freedom.
Yes, man.
Freedom.
Outer roads.
But
That's it.
no, they said George.
Independence, freedom, Jamaica need heroes. You can be a hero. You can be a hero. You can be a hero.
You can be a hero. You can be a hero.